Hey, good morning. Hey, today I'm in Washington, D.C., spending a few days going through some of the historical sites. It's been a few years since I've been in Washington, D.C. I came down in 2013, spent a few days going through the Capitol and some of the Smithsonian Institute stuff and some of the things on the mall. But I always wanted to come back, and so it's been 6 years now, and I finally got a couple days of good weather in the fall here and decided to just drive down and explore some more of the sites. Just as an FYI, I'm actually staying here outside of Washington in a RV park called Cherry Hill Park. It's about right on the Beltway. It's about, I'm going to say, about a half hour outside of Washington. And it's a nice RV park. I stayed here when came down in 2013. And the key thing about this is it's very accessible to the metro. So you take a bus, and I'll show you here in a second how easy it is to get into Washington, D.C. from this RV park. At Cherry Hill Park, they have a metro bus stop. So the bus I'm on now is going to take me to the metro station, and I'm going to take the green line into D.C. So this is really convenient. I just had to walk up to the little bus depot at the RV park, and it cost about $1 for me, a senior, to take the bus, and it'll cost me a couple bucks on the metro to get into D.C. So, but this is the start of my day. Well, I'm at Arlington National Cemetery. This was one of the key places I wanted to visit. This is the visitor center here. I got to go through security, but I'm going to probably spend about 2 or 3 hours here seeing the sites at Arlington. So let's go in and see the cemetery. So Arlington Cemetery is a big place. I signed up there are tram tours that you can take that'll drive you around. I signed up for it. I was on the first stop, but it was just too slow. But I did see President Kennedy's grave site, and I'll put up some pictures, a slideshow here after a couple segments. The small amount of video that I'm shooting here doesn't really do this place justice. It's an incredible place. I think I might have mentioned over 400,000 soldiers are buried here. These are a lot of, I'm walking by a lot of Civil War officers that are buried here. There might be a new one in here, but so I'm wrapping up my visit to Arlington National Cemetery. It's really quite something to see, very moving. I had never been over here. I spent about 3 hours walking around. I saw the JFK burial site. I saw a lot of Supreme Court Justice burial grave sites. I saw Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Arlington House, which was closed. This is a huge place. Trying to find these places would be kind of difficult, even though you got a map. There's a lot of roads that lead places. But I enjoyed my visit. I'm going to get back on the metro and go get something to eat, and then take a look at the White House again. Well, I just had lunch, and walking around the White House, the front of the house, they're redoing the fence because of all the fence jumpers they had last year. So there's not really that good views here, but I'm on the back side by where the ellipse is. And this is the First Division monument from World War I. I've never been over here. It's actually a real pretty monument. And behind me there's the Eisenhower Executive Office buildings, but we're going to walk over and see how we can see what the back view here. See the Washington Monument there. Oh boy, beautiful day in Washington today. So here we are at the White House. You can see it, the background here, the South Lawn. But I think Trump's in California and Melania is getting ready for a state dinner. I guess they're having a state dinner for the Australian Prime Minister. So that was the news, but see if I can show you a little bit more what that looks like. That's about all we're going to get for a view today. But now I'm down near the Jefferson Memorial. I had never been on this end of the mall. And behind me is the tidal basin. You can see the Washington Monument back there. But I'm about to walk over to the Jefferson Memorial. I had never been over here to see that, or the FDR Memorial, or the Lincoln Memorial. So I'm going to take a walk and go see those. Well, it looks like they're doing some major renovations on the Jefferson Memorial, putting on a new roof, new dome. I'm going to walk up the steps just to kind of see what the statue is here. But I'm going to kind of show you a little view you have from this side. The light's pretty good, but large building over there is the Department of Agriculture, Smithsonian, and you can see the Washington Monument. And if you just look through that little cleft in the bushes there, you can see the White House. Kind of neat. Wow, this is pretty huge inside here. You go over this side. Wow. Pretty impressive, huh? Wow. One of the things they have going around the mall is a circulator bus, runs every 10 minutes, free of charge, hop on. So I did walk over to the Jefferson Memorial, but I hopped the bus, came over to the Martin Luther King Memorial, which is right here, pretty impressive looking memorial. Then I'm going to go over to the FDR Memorial from here. So I'll take a walk down here and see what this memorial looks like. I think this is relatively new. Wow, this is an impressive memorial to Martin Luther King. Really something. Yeah, very fitting for the fellow who did so much for civil rights. But yeah, quite an impressive memorial. The FDR Memorial is just a few steps away from the Martin Luther King Memorial. So this is kind of a unique little memorial. Again, never been over here to see what this is like. Well, I guess I was wrong. There's more that goes on. It tells the story of FDR. That's some stuff about the Depression and stuff. So this is actually kind of interesting. That tells really the whole story of FDR in this memorial. And here's even more of the FDR Memorial. Interesting, they have a bronze statue of FDR and the dog Fala. Well, that was a pretty impressive memorial, the FDR Memorial. You know, one of the things I noticed about Washington here is that there are memorials to great men. And this is, I think, one of the better ones I've seen. Obviously, the Jefferson Memorial was quite impressive and massive, but this one actually told the story with several quotes and depictions. So, but highly recommend this one. And now we're going to go over and see the Lincoln Memorial. Well, I'm at the last stop that I'm going to do on this trip at the Lincoln Memorial. I've never been here. Never made it down this far to the mall, but it looks like there's quite a few people up there. So let's go take a look, see where Martin Luther King gave his speech, see where Forrest Gump saw Jenny. Well, there's quite a view down the mall there, huh? You can see the Washington Monument, see the Capitol building. But now we're going to walk up here. I'll probably cut out here a few times. It's a long walk up. Quite a few people here today, all enjoying. This is a massive monument. This is way bigger than any of the other monuments. Holy moly, it's huge. Well, I'm getting up a lot of steps to climb up here. Wow, it's quite something. Wow. Inside the Lincoln Memorial. Here's the view outside. Boy, what a view, huh? Well, that sort of wraps up my trip to Washington. I was here for 2 days. and saw a lot. As I said earlier, I had been here several years ago and did the other half of the mall. I did all the war memorials and the Capitol building and everything up around that area. But this was a good 2 days. Boy, the weather was perfect, and I really enjoyed everything I saw. Arlington National Cemetery, the museums, all the memorials, really a great trip. And getting around here was pretty easy with the bus from the campground to the metro. Getting the metro got me down here. And today I'm riding the circular buses, which really go around the mall. They're free rides, so it gets you to all these places. But hope you enjoyed my video. Stay safe, and we'll see you on down the road.